saying on TV yesterday, "Oh, Harrison Barnes has grown up. We're watching him grow up before our very eyes." Could you feel that you feel like, hey, you've taken the next step in your progression as an NBA player?
I think this whole season as a whole has really just been, a growing process for me. I don't know if there's specifically, one game in which I grew up or, one moment in which I made huge strides, but just everything, this whole playoff experience really has just been a growing experience for me.
Harrison, this team is proving to be so resilient that, which is not a word that's been associated with this franchise very much. What do you think causes that? Why are you guys so resilient that when you get down on your heels, you don't even think about it? Is youth part of that, or?
Maybe it is youth. Maybe we just don't know any better. But I think Coach Jackson's just done a good job, especially from the beginning of the year, of just giving us that belief that we're a good basketball team. Even before we won games, even before we done anything like that, he just was a firm believer in the work that we put in, that we'd be able to overcome anything that we put our mind to. So as the season went on and as we continued to get through obstacles, that belief just grew and we've had success.
How much confidence does it give this team that other games you've had one or two players shoot 50%, 60%, have this incredible game? So now you guys as a team shoot 35% and you still 38%, and you still get it done. How much confidence does it give you to have an ugly game and win it?
It gives us a lot of confidence. And I think that's kind of starting with playoff basketball is going to start being, us not shooting the ball well. And you just got to grind it out because, as you go on, the series gets long, your legs aren't going to be there, shots going to be short. We're not going to be able to, have big halves, maybe Steph going off for 22 and a quarter, Clay going off for 29. We may not have those halves, so you have to just grind down.
What has it been like managing the emotions of this series? No team has won 2 games in a row yet. Every game seemed to have taken on a life of its own.
There's not really any momentum in the playoffs, in my opinion. I mean, every game's a new game, and I thought, we did a great job in Game 2 coming out, fixing our mistakes, and then Game 3 we had a setback. Game 4 we come out, we get the job done, and now in Game 5 we have to build on that and not regress.
With Steph obviously hobbling a little bit yesterday, did you take it upon yourself to kind of be maybe a go-to guy, or did they basically tell you, take the shot when you have a chance?
The shots just kind of fell into place. It would have been much nicer if I would have made some more, but I just tried to just be aggressive in rhythm. I knew that by me not being if I was not aggressive, it would have hurt the offense. Coach would have probably been mad taking me out. So I was trying to be aggressive and just make something happen.
I heard about that
ball. A game like that where you just were pushing it every time you got the ball.
I can't recall a game that's been like that. I've missed that many shots before, but Coach just told me just keep putting pressure on the rim, keep attacking, because eventually, the ref's gonna make a call, or he's gonna be put aware there.
I heard about that poem you had in your locker, "Don't Quit." Remember any of that, and how relevant do you think it was to what happened yesterday?
It was very relevant, but I think that's just the mentality of this team, especially when D-Lee went down the playoffs. A lot of people counted us out. They said we couldn't win, and we found a way to win. Not only the next game, but that series. And a lot of people, said we couldn't win in San Antonio, found a way to win. So this team all year, we just never quit. We just always continue to fight to the end.
You're not going to recite any of "Don't Quit" for us right here?
No, not at all.
But for those of us who weren't snooping in your locker, what's the poem? Is it something someone wrote? I mean, is it?
Oh, I don't know if it was from Chapel or if it's one of Coach's, poetry books that he got it from. I don't know, but it's just pretty much just a poem that just said, just don't quit and just fight to the end, pretty much. And that's what we did, and that's what we're going to try to continue to do, regardless of if we're making shots, missing shots, calls are going our ways or not going our ways. Just always continue to fight and just don't give up.
And did everyone have it, or just you?
I believe everyone had it.
Okay.
When was that given up?
I showed up at the gym and it was there, so.
When?
First day?
No. It was in my locker.
Oh, you mean yesterday was the first day you saw it?
Yeah.
After playing 51 minutes, were you exhausted or tired?
I was exhausted after the game yesterday. I was gassed, but I guess that's the blessing of being 20 that I really don't feel it today.
I imagine the way the first 2 games in San Antonio went, you guys have complete confidence going in there and being able to win on their floor.
Yeah, I don't think we're doubtful that we can win on that court. But the biggest thing for us is just executing. I mean, this team, you can't really give them any easy baskets. I mean, they're just too good for that. And, they run their offense very thoroughly. So, for us, if we're just locked in, we don't turn the ball over, we get into our sets, I think, we have a good shot.
In your wildest dreams, when you started training camp, did you have envisioned playing this big of a role on a team that's in the semifinals of the playoff?
I don't think I could have scripted this like this at the beginning of the season. I definitely want to contribute, but I didn't know we'd be having this much success and that my role would be this big. So I'm just obviously very thankful for that and try to make the most of it.
I don't know if you've seen Steph today, but how's he doing? How's he looking? Holding up?
He looks great, man. From what I saw, he looked like he was walking around fine. He looked happy. So I think he's doing just great.
Evaluate your game. You made a lot of post moves yesterday, and a lot of those post moves wound up in like 5-footers, 6-footers. Were you happy with the shots you wound up with after those post moves? Are you gonna try to turn those into layups next time? When you look at the film, what do you see?
Just got to finish them. I had a lot of shots from the basket I missed. Just trying to be crisp, stay sharp. Don't try to do too much. Don't try to pump fake, get too deep in there. Tim Duncan's coming over from the baseline to block shots. Thiago Splinter's right there. So just look for that, and if they start doubling, just be ready to create and make plays.
How much have you worked on the versatility of the game? Obviously, you can shoot a three of them. You can put the ball on the floor, drive the basket. And yesterday, you took a lot of mid-range jumpers, a lot of 10, a lot of fours. It's something you're always working on all aspects of that. What you can do offensively.
Yeah, my game has changed a lot since I got into the NBA. I always joke around with Carl that me and him play the same position mid-season. I say we're both face-up fours because that's the only plays I used to get mid-season was in the post. So I think that helped me a lot. I developed my post game a lot, and then as I got more comfortable and as coach got more confidence in me, I was able to kind of get out to the three-point line. I was able to start driving and doing that kind of stuff.
How much have you worked on your NBA three? Did you think you'd be shooting as many as you were?
Jeez. I didn't think I'd be shooting this many, but it definitely motivation for me to work on that. I'm going to get that many open looks, I got to make some.
You can shoot from the outside, and they have to respect that shot and get you more from your drive game.
Yeah, I thought I did a decent job yesterday getting in the basket, so now if I'm able to balance that act with outside shooting, make it tougher on the defense.
Who's a forward you are?
Now I really don't watch anybody. In high school and in college, I watched Kobe a lot, but there's nobody in the game today. I say I watched their game.
You kind of want to beat Kobe in your dreams?
Nah, I want to be better, but he's a long way from where I am, to say the least.